That's right, it's Friday night. You're listening and watching the CrayolaSec Harsh Reality. We're getting ready to get kicked off here in just a second, but well, never mind. We'll go ahead and kick it off anyway. Joining me as always, here's Mr. Hart Honer, Mr. Harsh Med, Jamie Bell, our JC Bellick, and Scott Sonnier Jr. And this is CSHR Radio. Another Friday, another day, another week over. How's everybody tonight?
Man, what a fun week. We have so much to talk about today, don't we? What a crazy week it's been, huh?
Yes, it has. Few things are going on out there, and I completely forgot what I talked to you about earlier today, and had all kind of stuff I wanted to talk about.
Let's just say cancel culture is one of them.
Oh, yeah. Cancel culture, the price of eggs. And Hart, maybe you can clarify this for me, but I was under the understanding like a dozen of eggs is only like $2.50 Canadian up there.
You know what? I really don't know.
Okay, well then the guy from Canada is completely useless to us on this.
Well, he's vegan, so that's
well then he wouldn't have any. Hi,
Right.
Miss Kim. How are you? Kim, Hart. Kim says hello.
Hi. It's been a while, but I depending on where you were, probably was around $3.50, $4.50 maybe.
In Australia, it costs $5 to $6 for 12 eggs.
Okay, so and then Australian money's that would be basically like $3 here in Australian money. Okay, Michael's Jaden says it's $4.50 a carton up there.
Mm.
Okay, so that's still okay. So right now, the current price of eggs here is around $6 for a dozen. And here's the thing. I've been seeing a lot of reports here lately. I've been seeing like 3 stories so far that a lot of people's like home eggs, like their eggs that they have at home, the chickens had stopped laying around September for some odd reason. And they normally stop during the winter anyway. You know, they normally stop laying eggs, but a lot of them changed the feed they were on, and now their hens are laying eggs again. And I'm wondering if that has something to do with everything as well, like a bad batch of feed or something.
Yeah, it's one of the videos of the conspiracies going around that they GMO the feed and actually put the vaccine inside or such, and that's why they're not producing it.
So you think it's just basically the weather and everything else is why they're not producing, or?
Oh, that's probably is the best guess. Is they did something to the food, whatever they did.
Well, and that's why I'm saying that, because a lot of people were saying that Will, you're echoing badly apparently from what Kim Archibald is saying. Let me look. That might be a problem on my end. Let me check real quick.
I can't do anything about it.
Yeah, it's probably a problem on my end. Give me 1 second here. Let's see.
Do mess around with microphones. Yeah.
All right. Does it still sound like it's echoing?
Test.
Okay. I don't hear an echo on my end.
No, it says Melissa says no, it's echoing bad. Michael's Jaden says Scott enjoys breaking things. Agreed.
No, I mean, if I broke it, it wasn't intentional this time.
All right. Kim's got, and of course Kim with the heart love. There you go. Anyhow, see, I mean, the price of eggs, all this stuff is like, it's all rigged on purpose. None of this is like natural cost and supply and demand. Like all the supply, they're fucking with the supply chain on purpose so people start panicking. That's all this is. You know. so different than what it was a few years ago.
Well, what was it a few years ago?
Well, so different a few years ago when people were panicking about toilet paper and paper towels.
Well, I mean, to be fair, that was unwarranted. That was somebody saying that one of the side effects of having COVID was the shits. And all these idiots went out and bought all the toilet paper. And I think the funniest part of that was people trying to return the toilet paper after the initial nutcase thing had happened. And all of these stores is like, nah, you screwed everything up. Now you got to keep it. We don't accept returns on that.
That's one job we never do is the return desk at any of these places. No, liars, lying.
Yeah. That goes without saying in a spot like that.
But the thing is these are different people that don't obviously know each other, and all of them bought the same brand of feed. All of them were having the same problem with the chickens, and they noticed that like if they would give them different feed, they would eat, and they weren't touching the feed where they weren't producing, and now all of a sudden they're producing again.
I mean, the whole thing is weird, but that's why I feel like it's all orchestrated and not, orchestrated and like, and choreographed and staged because, a lot of the stuff, things like that are tend to be planned on purpose. And what people fail to realize is a lot of these big farms, a lot of these big farm companies, when they buy land and farms next to like the mom and pop shops, the small local farms, they're gonna try to pollute they're gonna try to cause as much pollution in the neighboring acres as possible in order to get them to sell for pennies on the dollar and buy up their land. So none of this is so to believe that big agriculture decided to to have everyone like stop feeding hens for a few months and raise up the price of eggs would not surprise me at all.
All right, I found the echo, everybody.
Well, I'm happy to hear that. So that's what it is. A lot of this is just a pomp and circus act. I mean, I hate saying that about like day-to-day life, but it's that old saying: the world's a stage and everyone's an actor. Unfortunately, the stage is your grocery stores, and the actors are in big agriculture.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to say about it.
Right.
Because, I mean, and then all of these people are worried about like this one egg processing facility in some other state caught fire and burnt to the ground. And what they don't understand is that particular fire, even though it killed several thousand chickens, that was like less than 0.7% of, it wasn't even a whole percent of the overall hens that can produce.
Right, but that's panic for you. That's that's fear sells in this country and in North America, unfortunately.
Makes you wonder
it does
why.
in Australia too.
Yep. And all these Western countries love their fear porn. Yeah, actually, that's not true. Most of the world loves fear porn. We just, Eastern countries just do a better job of hiding it. Yeah, actually, somewhat. But yeah, mainly Western countries love their fear porn, and some of the idiots in Eastern countries that still believe their media, but that's a whole different story. Yes, I lived in India for 5 years. I get to say who's an idiot and who's not in my own motherland. So fuck you. All right.
I didn't say anything.
That's a disclaimer for people who are watching later. Anyhow.
Good thing we're not tandem broadcasting, huh, buddy?
That's awesome.
Hey, Harsh.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Do you want to hear another story?
Oh, God.
All right. Before we go to another story, FYI in the Chicagoland area, 2/3/23 is also known as Michael Jordan Day. So I just wanted to get that out there. Anyhow, JC, take it away with another story. Story time with JC Bellick.
I got 4 short stories. One was a time when my bullies took me out to go do something with them, and they went to a preschool, and they went out the front of there where there was a garden, and they had a bottle of beer, like a 1 liter bottle of beer, and a couple of bumpers of cigarettes, buried in the garden, and they wanted me to smoke and drink it. They wanted me to smoke and drink with them.
How old were you at the time?
11. And another time, they wanted me to come out and steal tire caps off bikes and cars, like, you know, the fancy bullets that keep the air out of the tires, the dust off the tires and that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they made me go out with them to steal tires and stuff like that, stuff off tires.
Mm-hmm.
And another time, it wasn't the same people, but...
Are you checking your face? Stop
But
doing
my
that.
friend who actually came over to my birthday party when I was 11, they went to my fridge and they got eggs and milk and they threw it over the next door neighbour's house.
It's awesome.
That's right, and this weekend only we got the Duke Nukem special over here at the Justin Davis's Boat Condo Emporium. And we have story time with James J.C. Bellick. He's going to be on the main stage behind the truck parking in the showers. Just make sure whoever drove off their truck in damn Moke the last week, come get your shit, because you're like blocking part of the highway. But anyway, come on down here, Justin Davis's Boat Condo Emporium. We're gonna set you up. Like I said, we got story time out here. We might even hold something in the bathroom at the Home Depot this week. You never know. And then I completely lost my notes. This is wonderful. But no, I mean, getting back to the whole egg things, the eggs thing, you know, it's getting back to different reports, and I'm not big on conspiracy theories because I think it's a bunch of malarkey 9 times out of 10. But people are even stating that food doesn't taste the same anymore. Things are different now. The prices are going up. The food quality is going down. Meat's not the same. You know, and I mean, to be honest with you, you see it in almost everything you buy now. Even fast food isn't as good as it used to be.
Right.
So, what's the deal? I don't really think it's supply chain issues anymore. So, I do know, and I see it firsthand every day, that all of these places put up help wanted signs, and then they actually don't hire anybody, and they exploit the shit out of the people they do have working for them.
Right.
You know, I mean
that goes without saying.
What's going on out there? What's going on with our food?
Right. When you treat your employees like crap, you're gonna get shit results. That's just how it goes. But more importantly, when we talk about more importantly, we go back to like the bigger picture of things. People have to realize, 30, 40 years ago, you didn't have big agriculture and big fast food and all these like conglomerates buying up the small businesses. You didn't have that. You had like your mom and pop shops. You had your local farmers markets. You had all these things to where people actually took pride, pride in the pure, in the food they were creating and in the vegetables they were growing. You didn't have like this factory farming craziness than you did back then than you did now. And it's not exactly a coincidence that when GMO started sprouting up in the late in the 90s, everything started, the quality started going downhill from there. I mean, that's we've been losing connection with nature in so many ways, even in our day-to-day life, where things just aren't natural anymore. I mean, when the fuck did orange juice have calcium in it? You know what I mean? Well, why do you need orange juice? Why do you need your orange juice to have calcium? Why do you need that? That's gross. Like even something as simple as that. So it's not a coincidence that like everything, that food is on the decline because there's no, there's no incentive to have good quality food. In the old days, if your food tasted like you were screwed. Nowadays, since there's no, because there's so many different competitors on the market. But ever since that, things have been bought, been consolidated into a few big, a few giant conglomerates, that doesn't matter anymore. I mean, it sounds really weird, but food in other countries tastes better than food here. That's really strange to say that.
I think a lot of it has to do with processed garbage.
Right. It turns like natural food into some of our food that's supposed to be natural, like the fruits and vegetables, they lack like 90% of the nutrients they used to have 20, 30 years ago. And the meats with factory farming is terrible. So, in short, in this country, if you go vegan, you're screwed. If you go vegan, you're screwed because of what they're doing to all the vegetables with all the poisons and all that. And if you're carnivorous or if you are like someone who's a heavy meat eater or whatever, you're screwed too because unless you're buying yourself at a farmer's market because of all the hormones and the animal products. It's just gross. Our food is gross. It's fucking gross. No matter how many no matter how often you cook it, it doesn't matter if it turns out to be a delicious dish. The food is still gross. Doesn't matter how good of a chef you are. The root food is nasty. It just is.
Well, what do you think's causing it?
Well, it's production.
Right.
It's what they choose to do to both the land and the animals. Pretty much the ways that they do it is the most harmful that they can be to human beings and Mother Earth herself. What is the worst way? What is the worst foods? And let's do it as unnaturally as possible.
Pretty much. I mean, like I said, outside of a few farmers markets here or there, all the food you're getting is unhealthy. I mean, I remember Gerard back in the day doing live streams like, well, I tell you what, most of the food you get at the grocery store really has no nutrients in them, so you can't do anything with that.
Even my pop says it's like a tomato doesn't taste like a tomato anymore. It used to be able to just bite into it. Now it's just there's nothing.
Yeah.
And it's not just wintertime vegetables because, I know production's off during the wintertime, but it's during the summertime too. It still tastes like garbage.
Yeah, because it's all factory processed food. Even even the farming is factory processed now. Factory farming itself is disgusting. You have like GMO laced vegetables. You have GMO like pesticide laced vegetables and like hormone infused animals. Like, well, what do you expect the food's gonna taste like? Is it gonna be delicious? No.
Then, and the thing is organic, really and truthfully, is no better now. Now it's just overpriced stuff that tastes exactly the same as the crap that you buy in the store.
Right,
It's
because
no
the
better.
organic stuff isn't going to be much better because they're coming from the same sources. Unless you go to a specific farmer's market where you know that it's not like factory farm or factory farming where the
Like
store
they grew it in their own backyard, basically.
something like that. Yes. Only then will you get quality of food. Otherwise, you're just wasting your time. And before some special ed type is like, you said the dish tastes good if you kick it. Yeah, we're not talking about that on an individual scale. We're talking about it on a grand in the grand scheme of things. But
So, but that's what I don't understand. It's getting worse, but yet the prices are steadily going up. And they can't really use the whole employment or supply chain excuse anymore. Something's got to give somewhere. Something's got to give. Plain and simple.
yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Or it's just the beginning of a new depression.
No,
Well,
I mean, Kat and I were talking about that earlier.
I mean,
until
what would we
things are going to
benefit
collapse until
more
there's
from?
resets.
Yeah, what would we benefit from more? I really and truthfully think a full scale collapse would probably benefit us more than a depression would. Because, like a full blown reset of the dollar. Stop using a fucking honor system to back the dollar and put it back on the gold standard. It's been screwed up ever since y'all took it off of that. I mean,
What system you said it was?
it's an honor system basically.
Oh, the honors. Yeah, but isn't that the case even when it was on the gold system, you still had the honor system with gold.
You did, but at least it had something tangible to back it up.
Right. Well,
Now
it's
there's nothing to back it up. And then we
Right.
got these jackasses in government that just want to print rolls and rolls and rolls of it.
Right. Well, keystroke into existence, print it, however you want to classify it. But the point being is, I remember saying this on a roundtable a few years ago. If the U.S. if 350 million people in the U.S. were like, no, we don't value this anymore. We don't value this dollar anymore. Then the U.S. dollar would lose its value. But because everyone in the country still values the dollar, you'd have it. It's still useful. If 350 million people in this country said, "Yeah, we don't value the U.S. dollar anymore. We'd value a toilet paper roll over the U.S. dollar," the toilet paper roll would become our new currency.
And I hate to say it, but the toilet paper roll is probably actually worth more than the actual dollar right now.
Well, I mean, currency-wise, if people believe that, then that would be the case. But instead, no one does it. So here we are. I mean, it's the same thing with gold, silver, bronze, copper, any of these other metals and irons. The only reason they have any value is because people decided. Because especially in the old world, in the all of Asia and all of Asia and Africa were like, yeah, we value back in the old days. We're like, yeah, we value gold more than we value like ruby stones or other gems. That's why it's popular. That's why it's like more and ever since that day, thousands and thousands of millennium ago, that's basically what you have now. That's why people like Hart have to suffer because everyone else is digging his land for gold.
I'm coming to dig your land up, Hart. And there's
they're gonna
nothing
take your land again.
There's nothing you can do to stop me. I'm gonna dig up your land. I'm gonna find all of your coffee cans behind your house.
Right. That's why Hart and Bunya had to hide in Winnipeg because all their lands are being stolen by these colonizers.
Wait, we just rewinded all the way back into the 1700s. What happened here?
What happened was you were
or the 1400s. I'm sorry,
Scott. What happened was you were.
Yes, I was directly responsible.
What was brought over here was the market system. We didn't have the market system before. We just had working for each other, and now we have to work for the man and play the market game. It's a rigged game that only a few get to benefit from.
Well, that's how it's been since it started.
Yeah, we didn't have it before. That's what's brought over here.
Right.
See, what was brought over here was enslavement to the products and systems that are in place of us. So we're paying for the land.
But there's always some type of monetary or bartering type system in place, regardless of what you're using as currency.
Right.
I mean,
I just find it ironic that Hart's people, the natives, came from Mongolia and other parts of Asia. They escaped that bullshit to get away from all the marketing and currency and all that, just to have people from their same continent spread the same bullshit throughout the Western world, throughout the Middle East, to the Americas, and where people like Hart had to suffer.
That's right, folks. You heard it here first on the CrayolaSec Harsh Reality. Harsh Med just equated Europe with California. Because that's where all the bullshit starts and spreads everywhere.
I mean, Europe, Eurasia, what's the difference at this point?
Europe, Eurasia, California, it's all the same.
At the end of the day, they're all there to screw over Hart and his people, so.
California is getting pretty awful.
Getting is a very heavy word there. Getting.
But their laws are ridiculous, and their government overreach is like, yeah, y'all better get out or just stay there. One of the two.
Well, hopefully it all collapses so we don't have to worry about any of that. And yes, Scott is a literal byproduct of colonization because he's half French and he's half Polynesians. So there you go.
Jesus.
One set of his in-laws colonized the other side of his in-laws.
You know, and it's a crying shame. He cannot go one show, but yet he gets mad if I mention his Indian roots. Typical freaking millennial. Goddamn snowflake. That's what you are, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so distracted on Scott Jr. having his money stolen by a fresh off the boat Indian guy. That's hilarious.
Fuck you.
That's why-
Jesus.
Fuck you and your people.
Wow.
Yeah, we're pretty stingy. And I'm sorry, Scott. I get your $10 back.
No, it was 15. Give it back. It
No.
was 15.
Anyway, no. But
Dirty.
yeah, but anyway, I mean, Hart, with his people in those days, it was either shared everything with the tribe, or they just went to war with tribes that tried to destroy their stuff. But it wasn't like this crap.
And y'all didn't share shit. You took it. Assholes.
Yeah, then if it was trade and barter.
Right.
Actual trade and barter.
Yeah.
But
Well,
most
and that's
of
what
it
I'm
was all
talking
done
about,
doing for each other. Like most of the living and food, it was all done as a communal thing, and then
Okay. Well, basically, what's going on?
Extra.
There's always some type of bartering and trade system in place. Eventually, people got tired of trading, I guess, tangible items, and decided that a coin or something.
Not people. Colonizers came
Right.
and brought that shit
Basically,
over.
no, Scott, your people got
Not my
tired.
people.
Half
It
of
wasn't
your
a
people got
choice.
tired of
Not
that.
a choice. We didn't choose this.
Yeah.
Now, hold on.
We
Now,
didn't choose nothing.
the French traditionally just kind of, oh yeah, we'll just go along with these. Okay, I mean, they don't know any better. It's just kind of like
Right.
wandering around into trees and shit. They don't know what's going on.
Right. No, so we've always had like a monetary system. It's just, well, we had so much casteism going on. We didn't even we just wanted to either save each other or kill each other, and then just whatever. Then the British, then the Mongols, not the Moguls and the British fucked up the entire country, and you're like, all right, well, that's where it is. No, I don't think we've ever been the good guys in that situation. I can't say we were as pure as the natives. Maybe if you go back like 70,000 years or something, I'm not sure.
Long time ago.
Yeah, back in the Mahabharata days where we all wore like gold hats and we just shot our neighbors with arrows. It was awesome. With golden arrows. It was great.
With golden hair?
Arrows. Like bow and arrows. They were all made of gold and we just shot our neighbors with it for land. It was awesome. So
Nice.
Speaking of colonization and other mixes and other weird and products of it, how is it that Scott Senior has a tan and Scott Junior is like lighter than Jamie?
That's how it works. Like,
There was his answer.
our oldest boy with my my full Laos wife, is whiter than me. It's whiter than he's whiter than my white dad. He's so pale. I don't know how it happens.
It's the blue light in his
I
room.
have 3 different shades of kids. We have 3 different shades.
Wait, why are you talking about me? Why are you talking about me about my skin color?
Why are you so pale?
Yeah, why are you so pale? And your dad's like not pale.
Because it's fucking winter. Leave me alone.
He hibernates.
That's why it's winter.
He hibernates during the
Someone
winter.
explain this genetic disposition. It's winter. Leave me alone. Fuck you.
It's winter, you dick.
fucking cocksucker.
That doesn't explain it. Why are you still pale in the summer, Whitey?
He's not normally.
It's not my fault that I look like shit.
How is it? Whose fault is it?
I don't know. The person that actually looks like shit.
So your fault then. Okay.
Do you see your skin color?
Hey, it's better than yours.
You compare as a fucking turd.
Dude, you're like you're a pasty piece of shit, man.
Harsh says,
You're like
I am
paper.
chocolate milk colored.
Call me that white dog shit off of that fucking Step Brothers.
You're paler than bird shit. I don't know what you're talking about.
You can't be mad at that. I shit on people. If I'm bird shit.
No, you're the byproduct.
I'm gonna shit on
That
your
is like the
target.
strangest analogy ever. That is so awesome. I absolutely love that analogy. I'm gonna have to remember that analogy just for future use. I like that one.
He's the byproduct of birds shitting on cars. That's awesome.
No, he goes.
I'll shit on
He
your
goes. If that's the
fucking car,
case,
I'm
I
gonna
just
make
shit
sure
on
I'm
everybody because I'm bird shit and I go everywhere. That's like the best insult ever.
Let me go in my cheeks.
I'm just
Yes,
everywhere.
And then so Hart was talking about his mixed background before. Scott had to defend being paler than bird shit. So
All right, you fucking brown turd.
shit, bird shit.
All right, dog shit.
Christ.
I guess poop comes in all different shades and colors now too. It does.
They
All-
do, like
All
me.
poop matters. APM.
Yes.
All poop matters.
Sam's not even here, and we're already talking about this. That's wonderful.
Wait.
So Hart, you were talking about
Wait.
you were.
No, you cannot do that. You can't just veer off into a subject and then just immediately leave it. I am not permitting this tonight. Were you
What?
referring to Crohn's? Because if you were referring to Crohn's, there's a little pallid kingdom out there in Oklahoma.
No. God, that was not. I was referring to our British friend Sam Marley with her play-by-play bowel movements.
I thought she was Australian.
Hello,
No, she's
governor.
British.
Oh, British. Hello, Governor. I got something.
Hello, governor.
No, they all sound like that. They didn't sound like that at all.
Hello, governor. You
I'm
got
pretty
the
sure
fucking
no
cock
one
in your
says
room.
governor.
Yeah, nobody
Who is
says
governor?
governor. Well, that's all Hollywood people.
Me, governor.
All right, all right. So Hart and his family. So what was the deal with Hart and having a white dad and being native and all that?
I don't know. All I heard was something about a white dad and you know.
Well, yeah, but like my dad, he's French and Swedish, and my mom is Inuit. And
Right.
so I'm half native, right? My kids are half Laos. My wife is full Laos, so Asian.
Right.
And yeah, he's pale. Uh,
Pale.
Paler than Junior.
Pretty much. Yeah. No, he's almost like a ghost. It's like, where did you come from? Oh, my wife got weird looks when he was a baby, like when she was all alone. I was like, where did you steal this baby from?
It's a secret. Our moms drop us in the milk.
What?
Knowing Bunye, I wouldn't be surprised if she actually did that to the kids, to the children.
Unless they drop you on your head, then.
Y'all know what that music means. That means y'all need to come on down I-95 right here to Justin Davis's Boat Condo Emporium, Bait Shop, Truck Stop, Truck Wash, Strip Club, and Wing Bar. The Wing Bar is new. I don't know what that's all about yet. I don't know if they're selling like plain wings or chicken wings or cat wings or... Do cats have wings? Maybe somebody could clarify that. But anyway, come on down.
Wing got the funny favorite chicken wing.
What was that?
I don't know.
I'm just
35 for the chicken wing.
And another thing we're having to deal with out there today is cancel culture. And what is it exactly? Who is actually going out here and canceling people? That's what I want to know.
That's a really good question. That really is.
One, the term itself bugs me because it's not culture being canceled.
Right.
That's genocide. That takes away from what
Well,
genocide actually is. Don't
I-
call it cancel.
I think the term is
Agreed.
more like the culture of canceling people.
Right.
So,
But a culture of canceling people's like killing
Genocide.
them. I mean, what other? I mean, the way you can actually, if it's a cancel, like Hart said, when it comes to the words, a culture of canceling people is genocide. You know, like what the British did to us in East India, like 80 years ago under Churchill. No, he wasn't as bad as Hitler. He just starved 80 million, 80 million East Indians to death. That don't mean he was as evil as Hitler. Just 20 million East Indians he starved to death. There you go. That's an example.
What are you trying to do? Fucking English? What?
if you killed 20 million people and the Holocaust was only 6 million people,
The Holocaust wasn't 6 million; it was only thousands. It's been proven that time over time.
okay.
Anyway, the point being is, it's still three. Even if you use mainstream numbers, it's still 3 times as less as what happened in India.
I still don't get it.
Right.
What are you
It's
not
still
getting?
6 million.
But yeah, I mean,
No.
to go back to like something less drastic, cancel culture is when it's a quote unquote culture of canceling, public figures or celebrities or people online. Or that's what it's called, even though the real words are a lot worse. Like, you'd say cancel culture to someone 100 years ago. That's like genocide. That's like what Hitler did, or what Stalin did, or what
Nowadays,
Churchill
it's
did in
just a
East India.
powder puff version of it.
Right.
Nowadays, it's just taking a celebrity and knocking them down a notch.
Right. And the whole thing is so stupid because, first of all, most of these, celebrities are in their own fucking like, inner circle system anyway, so it doesn't even matter. And second of all, even if you want to ignore that fact for a second that they're all a bunch of Freemason pieces of shit, that only your side can quote unquote cancel you. Like only your fan, only a celeb's fans can cancel that celeb. Like no one else can cancel them outside of like who they work for or whatever. That's why the whole thing is so dumb. And it's really weird when people we know of say things like, "Oh, it's if you have like some sort of valid criticism of someone, but the followers, oh, you're trying to cancel them. Oh, it's cancel culture, blah blah blah." It's like, what? How is it cancel culture to give constructive criticism on like on a known person? That's so stupid.
And that's what it is. It is constructive criticism or something that they don't want to hear. I don't want to hear. They don't want.
Right.
So let's quiet the person that is saying these things. And
Right. I mean, if anything, that's more of a that's more of like censorship and worship and cancel culture than anything else. That's like anti-free speech.
Speaking of worship, we have some podcasters out there that are very keen on having people worship them. But yeah, I can't get none of them to talk to me for some reason. I don't know if like reality, it's reality is the problem with these people, and they don't like the idea of it, or if they just are full of shit.
I mean, some people, like I said, some people that when it comes to some of these public figures, they think any criticism of them is them being canceled, which is so stupid. If you can't even take like regular criticism, then you're no different than a dictator.
You got a YouTube channel?
Who does?
yeah,
Joe Charter.
the
Oh,
ones
does he?
canceling and the ones claiming are kind of the same.
Yeah,
they are.
Okay, so Joe Charter has a YouTube channel apparently.
His last video was 11 days ago. See You on the Mountains by Joe Charter. What is this?
Oh no, was that a song of his he made?
Music video.
It's a music video.
God.
Oh, now he's gonna play it in the background.
God. But no, Hart's right though. The ones who are canceling and the ones crying about getting canceled are the same because it's like, at the end of the day, only your side can cancel you. Like, in other words, let me explain this in a more like big grassroots tone or brass tacks situation. Basically, No one else can say Scott's no longer a member of CSHR except for the people on this panel. Like that's basically it. And basically, no one can take my page away from me except the other admins on my page. So there you have it. That's what that is. You know, no one else can cancel us but ourselves. I repeat, no one else can cancel us but ourselves. All right, if someone should just
Turn it off.
I mean, why does he keep making music?
I just listened to the new one, and
You know,
the Fox is doing the Gummin style.
he's got the Fox
is
doing
the dance.
the Gangnam style dance.
Then you got another one doing the Fortnite dance. They're just like fucking hilarious.
I'm going to keep broadcasting on Facebook, and I don't care who tries to stop me. I know the FBI is coming for me eventually.
They're coming to take my soul in my glasses, in my garlic, in my bedbugs away.
David Morse says, Harsh can suck
I know
a
who
fart.
he is. Oh, David Morse. See, we stopped talking about these retards for a few weeks, and then their fucking trolls come onto the page. He should kill him. David Morse should kill himself. What a
What
loser.
did I do? Suck a fart.
I didn't do nothing. Hi, David. How are you, David?
What do you say? I don't get
David Morse can kill himself. He's
David
a loser.
Moss. David Moss. That's what
Morse.
you said. Moss.
Morse.
David Morse. What
Morse.
another inbred loser. What a worshiper. He should kill himself.
What's that, Hart?
That's cancel culture, man. What did you say?
Oh, he's a hillbilly magician, huh?
A hillbilly magician.
Is he gonna cast a hillbilly magician spell on me? He gonna make me do the hillbilly jiggly.
These people are such fucking hypocrites.
Hey, David, why don't you look?
They
the
talk so
phone,
much shit about like how we go after them.
the show's phone
And then the
number is
minute
up
they-
on the screen right now, David. If call in and tell us what's on your mind.
Yeah,
I don't even know. What's the comment?
Do you like
It's,
pineapples?
He says Harsh can suck a fart.
and die slow. David
Okay, that's
Morse,
kinda
what
funny.
a loser. No wonder.
That's kind of funny. Okay. That's something I will say too. You can suck a fucking fart. Like
Shut
that's
up,
something
Pasty. No one's talking to you.
Shut up, fucking turd. You can suck a fucking
Shut up, you
fart.
bird shit. Shut up, bird shit.
Suck a fucking fart. I'm gonna take a shit on your car now.
All right. Settle down, kids. He says, okay, what? Are you, okay, are you calling
then
or
call in and yell. Call in and yell and to go
and
tell
just
us
make
to-
yourself?
yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and call in and make yourself look like an ass.
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. That's what all these idiots do. You know, we stop
Like
going
it's
at,
gonna-
we stop like talking about these they're fucking
Unless
white trash heroes, and this is the thing.
You will change your mind.
I
These
applaud
people are
them.
so pathetic.
Thank you for coming onto the show, Mr. David. Unlike some podcasters, we'll actually call on you. So if you have some nuts, the number is 1-844-900-2747. 844-900-CSHR. Again, that number is 844-900-2747. And the phone lines are open, David.
Ooh.
David says I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, because you're a cowardly little bitch. Somebody like your Lord and Savior from like your Lord and Savior in Kentucky.
We do not speak of that name here.
He says to
Well,
what?
no,
Talk
no,
shit?
no,
No, but
it's-
you cowardly David.
No,
you are
okay,
such a cowardly
Harsh,
little
calm down a
bitch.
second. Let's find out what this guy's angle is. What exactly would you like to say, David?
He says, "No, I'm not gonna do that." To what? Talk shit? No, I'm good.
Talk shit. I'm giving you an opportunity to voice your opinion, sir.
Yeah, what a cowardly little
Who
bitch.
wouldn't? I am giving you the opportunity to talk.
Yes, actually, I would say that to your face because you're a scrawny little bitch.
Who's Ned
So
God?
tired of these white trash retards threatening me and then bitching out. You wouldn't say it to my face. I've said that to far worse people, far more
I've said
powerful
that
people than you little
To
bitch.
bigger
On
You're
the
the
people.
one who
road
worships a
again.
fucking meth head.
And
Looking at my weeds again.
God.
On the road.
David
Jesus
Morse, what a
Christ.
loser. Well, you know what? Let's just read out his personal information. Fuck this shit.
I like to
no,
pick up
no,
weeds.
look, don't let some retard deter you from your path, sir. Who's Ned God, and why do I Ned him? Who's y'all? Y'all Ned
Oh,
who?
vegan, what up, dude? Vegan
Bow down to
Martinez,
your
man,
Christian
this is
leaders.
No.
They're really coming out of the woodwork tonight.
I know. This is great.
Get back in the goddamn forest where y'all goddamn came from.
Right. I mean, I'll give David the same offer I gave his little god in Kentucky. If he wants to come up here, that's great. If he wants to come up here, that's great. If he's that
What
tough,
the hell is this?
that's great. Come on, David.
What the hell?
Sucking on farts, you know, that's something friends do. You're
Bruh.
sitting on a couch and it's just walking by. Oh,
Hold on. I just want everyone to listen to this gem I just found and reflect on its meaning. I'm sorry, that's Joe Charter, by the way, with Sidelight.
And on that note, this has been another edition.
What is he? Who's Ned? Ned, who's vegan? Who is Ned? Why do you keep referring to Ned? Stop this.
The nerd. Touch my nerd. I am the nerd. Touch my nerd. Touch my nerd.
Okay. Somebody's CD is broken now.
God.
Touch my nerd.
Oh,
Smoke some more,
I
please.
invite David Morse to come up here and do everything and say all that shit to my face. Come on. I invite him to come up here anytime he wants. I'll even pay for his little ticket. Little bus ticket, because I know these people are gross as hell.
His bus ticket. You sure he won't get kicked off the bus like someone else we know?
I mean, he probably would, but
I still can't believe that the man was so bad that he got kicked off of the fucking Greyhound. A Greyhound. Of all of the bus lines that you could choose, and you get kicked off of it, Greyhound.
You ain't none but a hound dog. Smelling
Will you please smoke some more or do something? I'm about to mute you.
This is the most cowardly thing I've seen in the last few weeks.
What?
This is the most cowardly thing I've seen. You can't even stand up for yourself anymore, so you send your fucking worshippers to try to troll a page. That is so sad.
What the hell is this?
So some of these people should just kill themselves.
Do what? What was that, Hart? I'm sorry.
So there's a troll. Move on. Who cares what others say?
I don't either, but I'm just at the point. It's like, look, I'm out for. I am more than happy to give people what they deserve. I don't care anymore. Like I'm tired of this shit.
No, just let them sit there with the empty threats. They're not going to follow through on them. So
I know they don't.
cares?
They don't follow through on any of them. You would say that shit to my Facebook, but yes, I would. You white trash, inbred piece of shit, David Morse. Yes, I would. You are a cowardly little bitch, like the assholes you worship on Facebook. God, no wonder half of your family members die of overdose. Fucking junkies. I miss Vegan Martinez is the man. This guy was a what do you call
Vegan goes, he's probably a Christian.
Vegan, you know what was awesome about Vegan? Back in the day, he'd say some of the most misogynistic stuff, and I would just laugh my ass off because it would piss off all the feminists on the page. He would just say some of the fucking things about women, and I would just laugh.
Poor Mr. David Morse has seemed to
I know.
have left the building, and
These
That's
people
right,
are
Mr.
so
David Morris has just kind of lost off of the backfield of the end stretch over there, and we haven't seen him since. And all of these, we still over there, and well, I lost my. Well, here we are at the super. No, this is the wrong studio.
You're fired.
You know what's so funny though about all these idiots? The same people complain about, oh, the ones in power don't practice what they preach, or these celebrities are hypocrites and all that. They're just as hypocritical as all these other assholes. And then they wonder why the world never changes. It's like, well, great. You emulate everything that you claim to fight against. Good job. Good job.
And these are the people who cater to cancel culture.
Mm-hmm.
And it's that in itself to me is funny.
Well, yes.
You know, it's like, really? Do y'all even pay attention to what you say? Like, honestly, do you even pay attention to yourself? But it was real nice of David. David, I want to thank you for coming by tonight. I gave you the phone number. Now, please keep in mind that this phone number only works during the show hours. It does not ring whenever we're not doing the show. So, with that being said, please call afterwards. Call afterwards. That way I'll have your caller ID information, please, sir. Thank you. Oh, God. Really?
You know what's the funny part? This is all happening on Hart's personal page. Like, they're so cowardly. They have to go on Hart's page to talk shit. That's how bad this is.
Well, yeah. I mean, if they would unblock us.
I know. Cowardly. Cowardly.
Unblock us and just come to the page.
Cowardly. To talk shit and be that cowardly.
On somebody else's
God.
personal page. You know, you really make yourself look wonderful that way.
I know. You have to go on Hart Honer's page and talk
Of
all
all
that.
the people. Hart Honer, like the nicest guy.
I think they all need to be. I think their personal information needs to be posted again. That's
Hart
why
Honer.
these idiots ever.
Okay, I'm going to go out on a limb and say this right now, but Hart Honer is probably the only person that I've ever met that is absolutely deserving of loving light or being able to live life that way. You're the only person I've met so far that actually is truly deserving of that. These people who practice that crap or preach that crap all over these Facebook lives and stuff, and you people that follow them, you're nothing but a bunch of ignorant sheep. You're looking for acceptance for some stupid reason instead of worrying about yourselves, and you go and follow these jackasses like Jesse Howell. Yes, Jesse, I said your name. Like Jesse Howell and the lot. You follow these idiots there because you're looking for acceptance. Stop looking for acceptance and look for a way to survive. Love and light's not going to save your fucking life.
I'm gonna beat that ass. Oops, I thought I was muted. My bad.
God, they have to use Hart's page to talk shit to. Wow, that's terrible. I mean, that's fucking terrible. No wonder the elites want to genocide 90% of the population. No wonder they want to do that.
And Vegan says he's voting for crucifixion.
I agree. We need some of these people should be crucified, literally. Like not even in the figurative speech, in the literal aspect. You know, you know what I liked about the old days. You know, the barbarians got one thing right. You know, the the punishment part they did perfectly. It's all the other stuff they fucked up.
And I hate to
Jesus
say it, but
Christ.
Joe Charter, if you're listening, which you probably are on the alt somewhere because you're chicken shit too. But if you're listening, the FBI does not give a shit about what you're doing, sir. You can stop telling people that you're going to broadcast on Facebook until the FBI finds you and kills you. That's just ignorant. Just shut up. The FBI doesn't give a fuck about you, dude. They could care less about what you're doing. Grow up. And that's all. In rant. r/in rant.
What a bunch of worthless people. Right. And of course, from our people at Gathering of Tribes, just telling David Morse. God.
Whoever's on that page, please refrain from doing that on someone's personal page. But that is funny, by the way. Good job.
No. He really should just. I mean, the people that weak should just kill themselves. They really should.
For our YouTube audience, this was not made for 18-year-olds or younger. Just had to throw that out there for monetization reasons.
No.
I got to make my money back out of this investment some kind of way or another, Harsh. I don't care
Right.
whether you like it or not, sir.
I mean, that's just what it is. You know, it's just what it is.
There you go.
I'm ready for a new life. I'm ready.
Okay, Joe, I just got to know, dude, you got to answer this one question for me. Who the hell is singing that high-pitched background? Is that you or is that a woman? Or
I'll
are you the
give Joe
woman?
this. He could hit his high notes. Poor Joe.
Jeez.
What a bitch.
That's what I said too. All right, that was Chinese spy balloon flies over the United States today.
Yes.
That was a headline. I don't know what kind of intel they were trying to gather flying over all of these rural areas of the United States, but more power to you guys. So what's the deal with the Chinese balloon? What the hell is that all about?
Are they bringing on the EMP? Is this going to be the gateway to the EMP attacks or what? That's what I want to know.
EMP attacks? Wait, what are you talking about?
It's a balloon. Isn't it governed by the winds?
Yeah, I thought balloons was really governed by the winds, but not this one, apparently. Well, EMP attacks means like the Chinese would have an electromagnetic.
The Chinese balloon soars across the U.S. Blinken scraps Beijing trip. From the AP, a huge, high altitude Chinese balloon sailed across the U.S. on Friday, drawing severe Pentagon accusations of spying on sensitive military sites despite China's firm denials. Secretary of State Antony Blinken abruptly canceled a high stakes Beijing trip aimed at easing U.S. China tensions. Aside from the government response, fuzzy videos dotted social media as people with binoculars and telephoto lenses tried to find the spy balloon in the sky as it headed southeastward over, excuse me, yes, that was pizza, Kansas and Missouri at 60,000 feet, approximately 18,300 meters. It was spotted earlier over Montana, which is home to one of America's 3 nuclear missile silo fields at Malmstrom Air Force Base, defense officials said. Later Friday, the Pentagon acknowledged reports of a second balloon flying over Latin America. We now assess it as another Chinese surveillance balloon, Brigadier General Pat Ryder, Pentagon press secretary, said in a statement, declining to offer further information such as where it was spotted. The U.S. actually had been tracking the initial balloon since at least Tuesday, when President Joe Biden was first briefed. White House press secretary Karine Jean-Pierre told reporters, according to 3 U.S. officials, Biden was initially inclined to order the surveillance balloon to be blown out of the sky, and a senior defense official said the U.S. had prepared fighter jets, including F-22s, to shoot it down if ordered. The officials who spoke on the condition of anonymity to discuss internal deliberations said Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin and General Mark Milley, chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staffs, strongly advised Biden against shooting down the balloon, warning that its size, as big as 3 school buses and considerable weight, could create a debris field large enough to endanger Americans on the ground. The Pentagon also assessed that after unspecified U.S. measures, the possibility of the balloon uncovering important information was not that great. It was not the first time Chinese surveillance balloons have been tracked over U.S. territory, including at least once during former President Donald Trump's administration's officials said. Blinken's trip cancellation came despite China's claim that the balloon was merely a weather research airship that had blown off course. The Pentagon rejected that out of hand, as well as China's contention that the balloon was not being used for surveillance and had only a limited navigational ability. Why didn't they just shoot the damn thing down?
You know what? I'm starting to believe the U.S. government's the one that has the balloon, and they're just blaming the Chinese. Because the Chinese really want to attack the U.S. They're not going to use a balloon to do
Why
that.
not just shoot the goddamn thing down? It's a balloon.
It sounds like a bad movie. Going there on diplomatic, to go try to create. Oh, what do you mean? You put a balloon over? Oh no, I can't meet with you now. It's just.
And then China even calls out this guy for China's Ministry of Foreign Affairs said in a statement Saturday morning, in actuality, the U.S. and China had never announced any visit. The U.S. making any such announcements is their own business, and we respect that. So basically, did he just cancel a trip that didn't even exist in the first place?
Pretty much.
China's like, we didn't even know you were coming, dude. The hell are you talking about?
Yep.
Jeez.
I mean, at the end of the day, if the Chinese really want to, really want to attack the U.S., like they are, like, I mean, come on, these people hacked into the U.S. military, the U.S. military database, and the U.S. did absolutely nothing about it. Like they actually hacked into the U.S. military like a decade ago, and they didn't do anything. So if they want to attack the U.S. the concept, they could do it. They could just do it. If they really wanted to, they could do an electromagnetic pulse attack and just fuck up our electronics. They can do these things. They're very capable of that. Is the U.S. capable of that, to doing that to other countries? Sure. but China's capable of that too. So I don't even buy the whole China's balloon and flying a balloon across the country, and it's it's another reason I don't believe it. How the hell is a balloon? Like, if the Chinese wanted to fly a balloon to like intimidate America, why are they flying it over like the flyover states? How does it end up in like Portland, Idaho, and then a bunch of states that people fly over?
And then this is a quote by Senator Eric Schmidt, representative of Missouri. The idea that communist China has a spy balloon headed towards Whiteman Air Force Base in Missouri right now, the home of the stealth bomber, is absolutely unbelievable. No American should accept this. I don't. Why didn't they just shoot the damn thing down?
Because it's their balloon. It's not China's balloon. You think the Chinese would create a balloon where it flies over the last places they want to attack? The places they're not interested in attacking? Come on.
Yes. That statement, what you just said after my statement, pretty much solidified mine and Harsh's statements together.
Right.
It's like it's a bad Ray Cut movie that they didn't know that it was a complete plan of mock up from the American side. 100%.
Yeah, it's so stupid. If they were capable, I mean, come on. The Chinese were to actually have something hover over us as an intimidation tactic, they probably wouldn't use a fucking balloon. They'd probably use like some other drones or some other stuff to do it. Drones or some other, like, I don't know, mini planes or whatever. Something a little more advanced than this. A little more advanced than this nonsense. And they wouldn't be flying it over places like Idaho and Kansas. They'd have like each drone over every major city in the country.
Does that makes let's make a spy tool. Let's make it the size of 3 school buses.
Right. I know, the whole thing is so dumb. And even if they wanted to send that type of message, they probably would have even if they wanted to have it, a size of a school bus that's in the air, they do it over every major city. They would do it over the middle of nowhere.
In a statement that approached an apology, the Chinese Foreign Ministry said that the balloon was a civilian airship used mainly for meteorological research. Let's try that again. Let's say that again 10 times. Let's not. It said that the airship had limited self-steering capabilities and had deviated far from its planned course because of winds. So we know bird farts are the new enemy of the United States. We must do away with all birds.
Hell yeah. I want to shit on your car.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, we can.
I'm using a voice changer. Is it working?
No, sir, it's not.
Wait, don't you have to stick Scott? Don't you have to tie Scott Sonnier Jr. to a roof for like about 24 hours before he starts doing that?
He's not solar.
Yeah, but he needs to have a what do you call it? He needs to get his tan.
How about you shut up, boy?
Shut up! I'm talking. Get the hell out of here, boy!
Get the hell out of here, boy. This is my bathroom. This is my Home Depot, and this is my bathroom stall. And there ain't nothing you can do about it.
Is this war? Do you want to go, boy? This is Steins.
This is Steins.
Is where you go. Is this war?
Oh, Jesus.
Jesus can't help you now.
Is that the page he was on?
Which one?
Oh, okay. Never mind. I was confused for a second. And why can't we post comments to some destinations?
I don't know. I think they meant that for groups. If
Oh.
it's being posted into groups.
Shout out to our one viewer right now on
No.
the.
Well,
on the
because of
what
that,
page
we
is that?
now have some more information about our biggest fans. So we thank you all for that.
Hey guys,
Yes, up, Jamie.
do you want to see if these guys answer this time?
Which guys? The Aussies?
Yeah,
It's up to you, boss.
they answered last time, but they were asking who it was, so I didn't really say much on the phone. I'll try it again.
You have reached the message bank of
straight to voicemail that time.
Turned off.
Nope. Anyway, for those of you upset about life, you could send a postcard to 4185 Bay Bridge Court, Tucker, Georgia. That's 4185 Bay Bridge Court, Tucker, Georgia. So.
Youch.
If you're gonna, say some choice words and you're not gonna call, then we will happily be the 411 with it. Is that Joe Charter?
Yeah.
Oh, poor man. Why does he keep making himself look bad?
Now available at strip clubs everywhere. It's the Joe Charter Experience.
Yeah. Left, right, left. And the country in the back.
What the hell was that? I've about had it with all of you people. Ugh. My brain cannot take you people anymore.
Play that beat again. Play the beat again.
No. All right.
Left, right, left. My name is Joe Charter. I got the FBI looking for me. Oh, on the people. Catch my string. What's that radio show again? It's like three radio show. My name is Joe Carter.
I like cornbread and grits.
I like my garlic in my mouth, in my bed.
That's right. Come on down to the Justin Davis's Boat Condo Emporium Bait Shop Tackle store in something or other over there, where we have Joe Charter performing live this weekend. Tickets are $2.95 at the door. Yeah, that's right. And no, not $295. It's $2.95 at the door.
I don't care.
And we'll even give you a free beer. Just please help this man out and put some people in the seats, goddammit. This is getting
I don't
ridiculous.
care how many beers you give me, I still ain't going. That motherfucker is like a off version of a Lynyrd Skynyrd, you goddammit.
That's awesome. I'm being fired by the government. The FBI's trying to kill me, and Scott Sonnier is an operative. That's why he doesn't even know his heritage, because he's an operative.
And in the spirit of agreeing with everything, yes, you're right. He's
an operative. And that Harsh Med's being influenced, and that pill-popping alcoholic, fuck that guy.
I like chicken nuggets. My name is Joe Charter.
It was a sad part. I actually had respect for the guy. Like I actually used to have a lot of respect for him. Then I found some things out about him. Like, actually, I didn't even find out anything about him until he started melting down around us, and he started saying things like, "I can't believe I supported a white supremacist group, guys."
Yeah.
What the fuck is this?
Yeah.
I'm gonna. Hey, before I play any more of his terrible music, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret.
Okay.
I like
Okay.
chicken
I'm listening. Stop it.
This is about Joe Charter, and no, this is not about. I mean, knowing Joe, he might be into you if you wore a dress. But I'm just saying.
Oh,
But anyway,
wait,
Scott
wait,
Jr.
what?
But the
No.
point being is, he talks about like how much he missed Heather Carey and how sad he was. Heather wanted nothing to do with him in the last few months of his death, in the last few months of her life. She didn't want anything to do with him. I'm just letting you know right now. Like he's such a liar. He's a liar. And they talk shit about. They try to talk shit about me. It's like, oh, okay. That's all I'm going to say about that. I'm not going to get into any more details.
And that's the end of the tonight
And the funny thing is Hart's like, I'm just gonna mute my mic because I know all of this already.
Yeah. Oh, Hart and Max couldn't stand him at the end either. They got tired of him too. They're like,
dude, I still don't understand the whole spinning out in the thread that night. Nobody was even talking to him. He just like flipped out, just out of the blue. Like, dude, what the hell? What is wrong with you?
You're retarded.
He just went nuts. And for no reason whatsoever.
I
have never seen somebody just have a mental breakdown just out of the blue like that before. That was a new one for me.
I want chicken.
Welcome to the harsh reality.
I know, and it's that's what he fails to realize. It's like, dude, you really weren't all of that, and quite frankly, you weren't. And quite frankly, you weren't even doing what you were asked to do, even with the show that even with our arrangement, with our new CSHR arrangement. Like you'd say the dumbest things like, well, I want full branding of the show if I'm going to be part of it. It's like, yes, if you do the production, but not if you're going to be a contributor.
Yeah. He wanted to brand it all with Fox Charter Media. Hart, did I tell you about that? When Joe came onto the show, it was an idea from me and Harsh to start this thing. We brought Joe on board because, he had a little bit of technical knowledge. And when I say little bit, I mean real little bit of technical knowledge, but could do enough to, potentially help us out, and he wanted his branding on everything. And I was like, you're out of your mind, dude. Unless you're going to do all of the work, I'll just mention who you are whenever you talk. I mean, I'm not going to give you branding or billing on anything, and if you're not doing any of the damn work. That would be like you sending me a piece of art, Hart, and then me reselling it as mine. I mean, really? What is wrong with you? That's not how life works. I'm sorry.
I just got my old phone out. I got another number to call.
Oh, Lord.
The guy doesn't live there anymore. He moved to Orange. That's like another city, like 2.5, 3 hours away.
Some by choice, and some have no say. Seems like the world is just that way. Somewhere things got out of control. Don't think your love doesn't make all.
God, he's such a fake fuck. Yeah, and the messed up part is he talks so much shit about like, well, I don't like Mark Rogers. He doesn't prepare for the show. It's stupid. It's a waste. I'm not doing it anymore. Meanwhile, he does the same fucking show every day for like years.
Well, what gets me is that's what makes this show work. We don't normally plan before these shows. Right. And I mean, if we talk about everything, what the hell are we going to talk about during the show?
Not a whole heck of a lot.
Yeah,
like, it's
okay. Well,
crazy
do
how
you have
much you talk
topics?
about.
Yes, I have topics. Okay, we'll talk about your topics. Okay, then we find out what the topics are whenever we go online.
Right, and right. That's fine with me, but it's like with him, he just talks so much shit about everyone else when he himself came in to hold up his own end of the bargain. It's just like, okay, you know what? I'm sorry, I just had to do it. And when I tell him, hey Joe, maybe it's a good idea if we don't have 21 shows a fucking day, and he's like, no, I want to do it. You're either with me or you're not. It's like, you're either
20.
against me or you're with me. Like, you know what? That's the case.
What do you
Look, we'll manage the page groups together, but I'm out.
wait? What are you doing that you have time to do 21 lives a day? Where do you make money enough to where you have time to do 21 lives a day? I don't get it.
I don't either.
But my most favorite thing was him asking for investors of up to $1 million in order to buy a fleet of vans, a building, an office building. Now, I want to see your business plan, dude. What kind of advertisers you're going to have? What kind of return investment? Well, it's just to get it off the ground. So basically, you want us to just give you money and hope for the best. No. That's exactly how I feel about it, too.
I thought I was mute.
Oh, speak of the devil, guess who blocked the page?
Who, David Morse?
Yep.
Which page?
Block the page.
Which page?
You blocked the CrayolaSec Harsh Reality page.
Oh,
These people, they're so like it's not even a. I mean, like I said, they just need to stop. They need to quit while they're behind. I mean, if their fearless leader realized it was enough, then at some point they need to realize it too. All right, you got some people you need to block off your page, though. I will say, you can't have the most peaceful person's page. You can't have like
Hart,
the
what are you
most
doing?
peaceful person's page be the epicenter of all the trolling. That's just weird. That's just weird. I mean, it's fine. It's just weird.
I think
It just shows how cowardly they are.
Hart just silently screamed at me. He went,
Art.
Poor
Hart.
Hart. His
Oh,
own personal page is now a breeding ground for trolling.
no, it's not. It's a breeding ground for love.
It's supposed to be a breeding ground for love, but all these
Hello.
cowardly pieces of
Hello,
shit work together.
everyone. Like I said, I just want everyone to just learn what they need to for their own journeys and stuff like that. And music is everything. So, I mean, that could save someone's life. We don't know. We don't know. Keep
No.
Dude,
going,
my
Joe.
entire world revolves around music.
Exactly. You're gonna crap. Or, I don't want to say crap stuff, but
You can
just
say
like
whatever you want. We're not
it
on
may
terrestrial
touch
tonight.
someone. We don't know.
I mean, if you look in the background, there's like cables all over the floor in here. I mean, we had stuff going on, and I got a snake on the bench right now that I'm repairing. I mean, something to do with music is around here 24/7.
Yeah, that is true. And it's kind of weird, like how even though I'm not that surrounded by music and all that, it's still. I mean, it's at the point where it's like we're not doing these shows. I basically can go to a gig every night
Yeah.
and promote the brand that way.
Yeah, I mean, but we do it in several different kinds of ways. I mean, we have another on March 11th. We have a benefit coming up for CSHR Radio, and it's a cancer benefit we're going to do.
Wow!
We're sponsoring that.
As long as the nonprofit's on the up and up, I'm down with it. So.
Yeah, we're sponsoring that, and of course, we're going to provide sound for them and free, whatever.
It's so weird. Scott's like more of an introvert, and I'm more of the extrovert. But yet, ever since CSHR has taken off, Scott's more out and about when it comes to these shows than I am.
I was not an introvert. I just didn't feel the need to go anywhere.
No. Okay, conditional introvert.
I mean, I have something to do now, so I have places to go. You know, I mean, which I'm hoping to start bringing back to Wednesdays and Thursdays soon. As soon as I get caught up on some things that I have going on here, I'll be able to do that. But the equipment situations it's starting to become pretty cumbersome. So,
And that is the harsh reality.
we do have a couple of videos that'll probably be uploaded later on tonight on the CSHR radio page, and I don't know what other pages. Oh,
Scott,
Arts Crafts and Music.
Scott, I do have to talk to you after the show because at some point we do have to do something with the extra pages. And Hart, I might need to talk to you as well because we kind of have to with your page, with your page, we kind of have to like try to, I don't know, maybe rebrand it a bit too because it's still got your old profile photos. So there. And at some point, we do have to create a page for Junior and a page for JC. So we got to do that as well.
I've got a few pages with some fringe pages I could probably rename so we can start merging stuff. We'll talk about that after this.
Yeah, I have some French pages too, so maybe we could really just start with that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that after.
Right. This has been a fun show today, though. It really has. But yet, you know, if we want to circle back to cancel culture once more, the only thing I'll say is like, only your own, to quote Trevor Noah, only your own side can cancel you. So in essence, the only people who can cancel hard are like the Kim Archibald types because they love him more than anything else, apparently. So basically that. And the only people who can cancel me are the ones who have admin access to my page.
Oh.
That's not you though. That's Hart and Max.
Oh,
Anyway.
no, I have admin rights too, sir.
Not full control.
Oh,
Hey,
you suck.
Hey, you didn't give me full control of CrayolaSec either.
I can't change it. I keep trying to elevate it, and it gives me an error. I don't know what the hell's. You know what?
Well, anyway, the point being is like, and the only way we could cancel, the only people who could cancel Scott are if we were like, yeah, we don't want to be a part of CSHR anymore. We'd rather do our own thing. But no one else.
Still really wouldn't cancel me because I still have all kind of other shit going on with it anyway.
Right, exactly. So like this whole canceling thing is all subjective. That, you know, unless you're in a Tony Smith situation where the house of cards just topples on you, then it's a different story.
But, I mean, I have a lot of equipment involved in this, but in all honesty, I had this amount of equipment already. You know, so I mean, it's not like it's, oh my God. It would just be, okay, we'll just shift it back to the other stuff again.
Exactly. like I said, even if they got rid of even if the Harsh Med page got shut down, I still go to another page and still do the same thing. You know, so it wouldn't matter. The only difference is I just be like, all right, I get to rebrand and maybe use a different name or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, by that time I'll have figured out this freaking page access bullshit.
I don't know about that.
This is just retarded.
I don't have any like pure skin Caucasians as admin on my like I don't have any like Caucasians. I got either mixed people or I got like just Asian or just got myself as like the admin for the page as the admins of the. I think the only like editors I have that are Caucasian are like Jake Rom Fox and Chad Wilson. But other than that, everyone else is mixed. They're either brown or they're mixed. So there you go.
All right, so let's see.
That's a FYI.
Dying his Polynesian roots.
No, leave me alone. Mean people.
But yeah, really, it's just like they're trying to rename of oh shit.
What is it? Just restricting speech. Let's restrict this person's speech. Speech restriction. Suppression.
Hold on, I'm trying to destroy something over here because I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, it's pretty scary what people was I watched a video of a comedian about said topic, and yeah, he went out and tried to cancel his own show. And yeah, people just all so willingly signed up, and it's like it's just it's amazing. You don't even know what he is about, or what his name is, or what his topic's about, but you're willing for him to be canceled and not make money tonight. Awesome, that's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's up to whoever that person's followers are to be able to cancel them.
Right, exactly.
You
That's
know,
what
I
people
mean,
because I could think of every live stream, even every live stream I could think of that have been quote unquote canceled. They were canceled by their own diehards, and their own support. They weren't canceled by people who couldn't stand them. The people who couldn't stand them couldn't give a fuck. You know, like you know,
And really, what it is on like the larger scale, so different places and stuff like that, they're instigators. What they're going to do is going to instigate and try to start a ruckus, and they actually want to create, uh, some sort of what upheaval, you know, commotion or actual riot. You know, they're instigators.
yeah. You know the sad part? Your page actually makes this show get traction.
who?
I don't
Me?
understand that.
Your personal page.
Oh,
Art's personal page, yeah. Ever since we started streaming to his personal page, you get more people to show up. So it's like, all right, cool.
Yeah, I don't like it gets more than my actual page. Like, so, I don't know.
Well, your public page, but that's because you choose to. That's because you refuse to use it at any cost.
I use it.
You, you use it the way like you avoid that page the way Scott avoids his Polynesian roots. Like that's you acknowledge it when you have to, but then you don't, and then you pretend it doesn't exist.
You're all saying like, "Oh, I got control." It was like, "Okay, give me the controls." I don't know.
Well, you just be doing the same videos and the same art, posting the same artwork. You don't be doing anything else, unless you want to like add. I mean, unless you want to add like other admins to the page, but
there
that's
you
about
go.
it. You
I
know?
think I fixed it. I was able to fix it through PC. I couldn't do it from a phone. But look, check your thing.
All right, we'll do.
Tell me if it worked.
I'll have to go. Are we talking CrayolaSec or CrayolaSec Harsh Reality?
The regular CrayolaSec page. You're already full access on the harsh reality one. I couldn't get it to go through on my phone. Every time I tried on my phone, it would just give me this runaround BS error shit.
Let me check. Actually,
No, and that's my fault for forgetting.
it's all good. Like I said, the only reason I need like full access to a
you gotta
page is to
remind
add
me
people or get rid of people. And if you have all my alts on there, then it doesn't matter.
You
So-
have to remind me because I'll forget.
No, it's all good. Like
I'm
I
old.
really wasn't worried about it because once you added like my main alts, my page managing alts, I was like, okay. I was fine with it, so it didn't really bother me one bit. Because like, if I want to block somebody from the page, I'll do it. If I don't, I won't. So
I don't care.
that's just how it goes.
No, I mean you have full access on all the rest of them. I don't know why I couldn't.
Right. People with access, people with task access. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
It's like a party in there. Like I look at the
you see
I
that,
look at
don't
the
you?
people on the I look at the people who are admins on the page, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, this looks like this looks like a house party. What the fuck? This looks like a house party. I'm like looking at this like, oh, this is the start of a party bus, isn't it?
An actual college, not the college post pamphlet.
Yeah, it's like a frat house. Like I look at some of the
It really
people on
is. If you look at the lineup that's in there.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking at it right now. I'm just like, this is a frat house.
They aren't poster children. No.
I thought you knew it was like that in there.
Well, I don't look at the roster more than I don't look at the roster more than once every 6 months because I don't have to. It's like, okay, if I get to do what I need to do with the pages, I don't care. Like, as long as I'm able to post what I need to post and cross post and like edit videos every so often, then whatever. Like I don't have to do anything else.
I think one of your buddies tagged somebody. Hang on. Let's see.
Oh my god, are we done yet?
No. I don't like this. I got way too many pages in here. This is freaking crazy. There it is. Why is this so slow? What did you break? All right, guys. Well, we're at the 1 hour 38 minute mark.
Everybody died.
Harsh.
Yeah, all right. And on that note,
Wait,
we
we gotta wait
thank
for the
you
music
all
to start.
for joining us on this.
Oh wait, Robert says he just got here.
Hey, Robert. All right, let's keep the party going. All right, so what we've established is that. All right, so what we've established is that Scott Sr. is a byproduct of colonization. And we've also established that Hart is a survivor of colonization. Genetically speaking, Hart is a survivor of colonization. For him to have even half of his like Inuit genetics is a miracle.
Yeah. It wasn't that really long ago, too. Like, back in the 50s, the RCMP came and went and shot up all the sled dogs. Their way of catching food and everything like that. So it really wasn't that long ago.
Damn, that's fucked up. All right, if you want the highlights, we talked about cancel culture, eggs, and eggs in Canada being cheap after not being cheapish after they rigged the agricultural production. And we talk about cancel culture being really not a thing unless you piss off your fans or your friends or your family. And
it should be named that because it takes away from actual genocide.
Exactly. There you go. It shouldn't be called cancel.
It's really just a suppression of speech.
Well, one, suppression of speech, and two, pissing off your fans. That's really alienating your fans. That's what it should be called. Alienating your fans, your friends, your followers, and your family members. That's what it should be called. That's what it is. Every time someone has quote unquote been canceled, it's usually a situation where
to attack a bunch of human beings for thinking or viewing
right.
one way or another.
Or basically attacking someone, or a bunch of human beings attacking someone for disappointing them with expectations they didn't know they had. It's like, what the fuck? You expected me to be like, why? Why did you not learn from what happened back in the day? And also, Robert, one of the worshippers of a man we will not name, one of his white trash worshippers came on and tried to troll the show. So tried to troll me on the show. So that was fun. And then he blocked the page because he's a coward. In short, basically, the only way they can try to even like attack the page is using Hart's page. And then when Scott asked him to come on the show and even just call in, he chickened out. So there you have it.
And that was the Cliff Note version of the show. Yes, you did. Where were you, Robert?
Yeah, where Robert said he was going to show up at 8, and he wasn't there. Robert, FYI, the action in the comments is still on Hart Honer's personal page. So you're not really missing that much. You could join in if you want, So there you have it.
Do I have to cancel culture? Do I have to take... I don't take away comments.
Hey, guy, have you still got a few minutes?
Yes.
I got another number to call. Let's just pretend that you don't know who I am and I'm someone else on the call. Here we go.
Why do I feel like this is the beginning of a Pink Floyd song?
You have reached a message bank of
Damn.
0.
What are we doing?
I'm waiting for Jay to call.
He did. The guy sent him the voicemail.
That's not a knife. That's a knife. Crikeys. Oh, crikeys. That's not a knife. That's a knife.
And in today's episode of Get to Know Your Friendly Australian, we have the uninterrable voicemail messages. Sponsored by J.C. Bellick Incorporated. I still miss those days. Those old school announcers. That'd be like on a program that would just say the weirdest shit for their commercials. Today's program is brought to you by Vagisil. Have an itch? Try Vagisil today. Just all calm and shit, Dude, you're talking about vag cream. Why are you so calm? This is weird.
Yeah, I'll try again.
I'm telling you, the way that rings just reminds me like the beginning of a Pink Floyd song.
You have
reached the message bank app.
3849190.
Yeah, I sent this dickhead a message on Facebook. I said hello to him, and he called me on my number because he's still got my number, and I said, hey, it's Jamie. He didn't know who it was still, and he hung up. He's a dickhead.
Jeez.
All because of what this Cohen Samuel guy's been saying about me around town.
Hart's just staring at the screen like, why won't these people just shut up?
No, the thing with no. I mean, I kind of feel that way about Samuel Cohen at this point. It's like, dude, either let it go or shut up. Jesus Christ.
Who is Samuel Cohen?
I know, it's so goofy. It's like, okay, JC has a problem with Samuel. Samuel, doesn't really care for JC. So it's like, I don't know, Jay. Just order some brass knuckles and kick his ass.
I don't know who you're talking about. Who are these people?
Like, just this whole.
This
whole thing is a bit much. It's like, get some brass knuckles, have him visit you, and just knock him the fuck out.
Who are you talking about?
He goes blind. Who cares? All right, Jay, you want to give Scott the backstory to this trilogy?
Yeah, well, I used to hang around him from my ex-friend, and the last time I seen him or his family was in August 2020, when my friend let his brother in because he's a drug addict, and he thought he had meth for him. And I went to say hello to him, and he pushed me back on the armchair, and he started smashing into me. That's what his brother did to me. That's the last time I ever got into contact with him. I've been bashed three times by them. And they're trying to do more than put me in hospital. They're trying to kill me. They got people messaging me saying, come to Coles, the local supermarket, you get your head shot off. And shit like that.
That sounds like fun, people.
He's got a bunch of people involved in this.
With a grin as he slapped me on my back, I said, I know. Yeah, he told me there's no game without pain.
What a nice night. What a beautiful evening.
Well, I walked into my church on a wet and rainy day. Saw my reflection as I began to pray. Not gonna give up. I'm not gonna labor in vain. Not gonna give up.
That's right, Joe. Don't ever give up. No retreat, no surrender, Joe. Always fight for what's right out there, no matter what the FBI tells you.
This is not even fair. Why do I keep making fun of him? He's like, this is too much. But it just I just find it odd that like certain popular live streamers went on his show yesterday, and he got like 2 views. And you're just like, yeah, at this, aren't you? You've been marketing for you've been on social media for that long. You don't even know how to market a live stream. Jesus Christ.
Wait, are you talking about?
No, absolutely not. Not in the
Facebook Live still. It's all.
Joe Charter, this is for you.
Bud Light presents Real Men of Genius.
God. Oh man, that's funny.
Today we salute you, Mr. Giant Taco Salad Inventor.
Mr. Giant Taco Salad Inventor.
Ground beef, refried beans, guacamole, cheese, sour cream, and if there's any room left, a few shreds of lettuce. A culinary creation that baffles the human mind. A 12,000-calorie salad. Some may ask, is your taco salad healthy? Of course it is. It's a salad, isn't it? You can eat that deep-fried country bowl. So crack open a nice cold Bud Light, conquistador of the calorie. You put the feast in fiesta. Mr. Giant Taco Salad Inventor.
Joe, you'll never be as good as a taco salad. What a weird comparison, though. And I shouldn't have used that one. No. I am a bit inebriated now at this
Do
juncture.
you know who would appreciate that? Was long-haired cowboy at the side of the road.
Here a splish, there a splash, everywhere a splish splash. You don't stop till every square inch of manhood is covered. Everywhere a splish splash. Overslept and haven't got time to shower? Not to worry. You've got 4 gallons of cologne and a plan. So crack open a nice cold Bud Light, Mr. Way Too Much Cologne Wearer, because we think we smell a winner. Mr. Way Too Much Cologne Wearer.
God, is that what Joe Charter has to do after he eats a fistful of garlic? Is that what he has to do?
That's like
I'm pretty sure.
some of the dumbest stuff an announcer or whatever singer has to sing. Yeah. What would you all get Morgan Freeman to say for you?
Yes, we talked about the balloon.
Hey guys, I'm trying to call him off a different number now to see if it works.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm using Skype.
Skype.
We got all this technology.
Skype.
And all this money. Let's use a balloon. Let's fly to.
That is like one of my most hated tones that I hear in my head.
You have reached the message bank of 043849.
He doesn't want to talk on any device.
Well, that tells you it's over. So. Poor Hart. His page is now just a hotbed for trolling.
Bud Light presents
Personal
Real
page.
Men of Genius.
Yeah, this is Joe after you eat garlic.
Today we salute you, Mr. Way Too Much Cologne Wearer. Mr. Way Too Much Cologne Wearer. Like a bullhorn, your cologne announces your every arrival 4 blocks before you get there. Here he comes now. Here a splish, there a splash, everywhere a splish splash. You don't stop till every square inch of manhood is covered. Everywhere a splish splash. Overslept and haven't got time to shower? Not to worry. You've got 4 gallons of cologne and a plan. So crack open a nice cold Bud Light, Mr. Way Too Much Cologne Wearer, because we think we smell a winner. Mr. Way Too Much Cologne Wearer.
That was a special shout out to Mr. Joe Garlic Charter. This man would literally sit on a live stream with us and eat a clove of garlic like it was an apple. Yes, it was scary. Like, who can tolerate garlic like that? That's my question.
If you can't afford the cologne like that, you can go get the car air fresheners, the little trees, and just paint that stuff.
Yeah.
Well, we don't have to worry about Joe being a vampire.
I don't know. He's pretty. I don't know. He doesn't look. Yeah, he gets enough sun. He gets
Robert
enough
Walker
sun,
said,
but
"Did we talk about the balloon?" Yes, we did, Robert. And
right. Basically, this balloon is a U.S. creation. They're blaming on the Chinese. There you go.
That they didn't even know about,
Right.
or the meeting that was so called
Like,
concocted was.
let me put it to you like this: I would believe that that it was by China if the balloon was like a the size of 3 buses, and it was flying over Scott's house. Then I believe it was done by the Chinese.
wait, why here?
Well, because you talk the most against them, and you're very popular. I'm just kidding.
Wait. Just throw me under the bus, why don't you, sir? Thank you very much there. That was
No,
wonderful.
but they'd be having these hovering over every major city, not flying through the freaking flyover states. Come on. So it starts in Portland and it just goes through Idaho and then a bunch of other flyover states. That's what I'm supposed to believe. Okay. Has it like in Kansas somewhere?
Kansas.
I'll quote or paraphrase my uncle who passed away, who was a police officer, said it's not some outside faction like China or terrorists in turbans that are going to come after you. It's your own government. It's people who look like me and are dressed like me, a police officer. It was the United States against the United States. Someone please come save me from Canada.
Well, I don't know if you'd want to live down here in Louisiana.
Well, yeah. I will say on one hand, Canada has fewer rights when it comes to the restrictions than the U.S., but on the other hand, I'm not really sure that's worth the trade.
No.
I know of someone who was living in Hart, and I know of someone who's living in Turtle Island, and he ended up moving to freaking Iowa because of love, and 2 because of what do you call it, and 2 because of the restrictions.
Canada sucks. That's a few weeks ago when Scott was off busy. There was a article that came up. The headline was, "Oh, this is what immigrants aren't going to like about Canada coming this year," and it wasn't that. They had one thing, one maybe 2 things that affected new coming immigrants to Canada, and then there was a big laundry list of how they were attacking Canadians with taxes, tax that, that's going up, this is going up, this is being restricted, can't do that anymore. No, this is legal.
Yeah. Right. The whole thing is hilarious. It really is. The whole thing is terrible in regards to restrictions, but it's hilarious in regards to like how screwed up everything is.
It's not. I don't see it getting any better anytime soon.
So the question is, what country are we all moving to? And are we all going to be on one big on one big property, acre of farmland, or are we all just going to have our own farms neighboring next to each other?
Yes.
I'm confused.
Me too.
So we're all just going to live on one giant farm together at some point, or are we all going to just be neighbors and each have our own little farm? Because I don't know at this point.
I'd probably have my own little self-sustained area somewhere. Shit, here, everything's got full backup and everything else. Electricity could go out tomorrow and I'll have power. I don't care.
You know what I always wondered? How is it that how is it? How is it in the old days? People were able to eat fruits and vegetables because before you had any sort of technology, if you were stuck in a northern part of the country, you weren't going to be able to get fresh fruits or vegetables in the 17 or 1800s after a certain time of the year.
I'm pretty sure these people knew what primitive like greenhouses would be. You know,
that's the thing. Food storage, food preparation, what to grow. That you had spring, summer, fall,
right?
winter
And
crops. The winter crops would be the stuff that would last throughout the winter.
And stuff that
knew
people
how
down
to-
south wouldn't have, you would trade with the people down south for the stuff that you would need throughout the winter. And I mean, winter, if you live up north, you really have a lot of storage a lot of the year because you can just leave your shit outside and it'll freeze. You don't have to worry about it going bad.
That is true.
You know, I mean,
but the crops will go bad.
No, I'm talking about the harvested stuff that you have stored.
Like that is true, because if it's like 40 degrees, you can leave that outside and you're fine. 40, 30, whatever.
You mean less than 32 degrees Fahrenheit, sir, because that is the point of freezing.
Right. But even fridges are under 40.
Well, I know that. I'm just...
I know.
Can I give you a hard time at least once?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, because like I remember there are times when I was a kid, if we were having people over, or like we had a family function or whatever, and there wasn't room in the fridge, if the temperature was like 10 or 20 degrees, they just put the extra food outside so it wouldn't spoil, because that's how cold it was.
All right, cool.
So that's just to let you know, that's to piggyback off your point about freezing temperature and such. I know in Louisiana you don't get those more than once a decade. So.
Pretty much, I think. No, we actually had a couple of rough nights the past couple of days. It got down to like 30 degrees at one point.
I'm just thinking of all the formal events we're going to be invited to in the next like year or two. Year to 2-3 years, and I'm just thinking about Scott not wanting to wear a suit and tie under any cost.
And I'm not.
But what if you're going to that event and it's like a tuxedo event?
They'll see me via satellite.
It's going to be that tuxedo T-shirt.
Yeah, he needs that.
There you go.
That's how it's gonna work.
That's perfect.
Hey, I'm working. I got my tux T-shirt. I'm doing sound. Leave me alone. I was wondering, like, what if we're like invited to suit and tie events? Is it just gonna be like Hart and I going instead?
No. What are you talking about?
Yeah, because if CSHR is ever invited to like formal events, then and you can't like wear a tux or a suit and a tie, then I mean, it people like Hart and I would have to go instead of you. So.
I don't even own a suit or a tie.
Right. We can rent one.
I'm not. Yeah, I would rent a suit. Who rents suits?
People in high school for prom.
No, that's tuxedos. That's not suits.
Well, then I don't know. But anyway, the
point you want me to wear something you don't even know what the difference is. How does that work?
The point being is, you wouldn't even be able to go to these events if they're like the buttoned-up events that we're invited to. So it's like,
okay, I'll just be like, hey, if you need me, video call me. I'll be at the house. I'll be at the venue. Just come out there. If you want to talk to me that bad, just come see me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if they get boring enough, that might have to be a contingency plan. I don't know. But
we'll just throw the after party at my place.
Yeah.
I am not wearing a suit. I don't give a shit.
It's not my problem. It's going to become your problem.
No, it's not going to be my problem because it's not going to happen.
Well, if they're like, hey, we need Scott to be at this event, but it's a suit.
Look.
It's a tuxedo.
When have you ever seen? You have never seen me in a button-down shirt. Never.
I mean, yeah. It's a point. I'm
I
not
look
saying
like-
right away.
I look like a Viking / Russian hitman Hulk in a fucking button-down shirt. That's why I don't wear shit like that.
That's Tritsia.
Like this towering, looming guy. You know, just no.
That's Tritsia.
That's actually
Real
my favorite pastime is going down the aisles of like Walmart and finding a short person trying to reach something and just reach over the top of their head and grab it and then look down at them like, here.
That's beautiful.
And they run
All
away.
right.
It's awesome.
Anyway, I guess now I could wrap it up. Now that we have now that Robert got his fill of the show.
His fix.
Yeah, you got his fix. And FYI, yeah. By all means, if you're really upset about life, you can feel free to call any 770 number you want. So.
This has been another edition of the CrayolaSec Harsh Reality. It was a Friday night. It was a fun night. And if you're just now tuning in, you missed it. Sucks to be you. Take us out, Mr. Harsh.
And on that note, this has been another edition of the CrayolaSec Harsh Reality. This is Harsh Med signing out. Thank you, everyone's favorite native, Hart Honer, everyone's favorite researcher in Australia. That's not named Brendan O'Connell. And thanking, of course, everyone's favorite self-loathing Polynesian, holding down the ones and twos, Scott Sonnier, for making the show happen tonight. This is Harsh Med signing out, and I love you. But life is harsh, promise a little. And sometimes you have to color outside the lines. Take care, everyone. Have a great rest of your weekend.
That's right, and join us again right here next Tuesday at 7 p.m. Well, we'll be doing this again, but Tuesday's a crazy night. As if this wasn't crazy enough.
Yeah.
Have a great weekend,
we knew
everybody.
That a guy trolling the page would end up blocking 3 of our pages. They're not even good at this.
Oh, jeez. Why, people? Why? Stop doing these things.
I know. Either call the show or just go away. Call the show or just go leave the pages. Either way, we'll be fine. I mean, how do you go from threatening somebody to saying, "Oh," when you call them out on the thread, they go, "Oh." Like, that is shameful. No wonder this country has become so cowardly. No wonder. Yeah.
Well, y'all have a great night.
condolences.
Have a great weekend. We'll see you again Tuesday.
See you Tuesday. My condolences, Hart. Your page was such a positive, beautiful page. Now it's become a shit show for trolling people. My apologies. Take care, everyone. Have a great rest of your weekend. And remember, sometimes you got to color outside the line.